guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So guys, Canopy Growth update here on ticker CGC. Is here a short squeeze coming, guys? When we see what the chart did here in the past, I would say yes, that looks really good, but we have to see where are the make it or break it price levels here in favor for a squeeze or in favor for the bears, which could lead here into a sell-off. I also show you here some background information, what is going on behind the scenes for Canopy Growth. Everything what I say here is of course not financial advice. I just give you here my opinion based on the chart. Being that said, let's start. Okay guys, so here we go. The price actually is $3.76, and you can already see without my drawings, which I will enable of course here in a second, we can see that we're trading here in a very significant or spicy price range here, because exactly this price level here in my opinion is the decision here for a squeeze. Everything what is trading above, I would say $3.54 is in favor for a squeeze, and everything below $3.54 is maybe just a potential dip or is because of delusion. And before we check here the drawings, guys, this is what is going on here behind the scenes. We can see that Canopy Growth is diluting the stock a little bit. You can see that the float after the stock split, which we had here back in 2023, you can see the float was 72 million shares, and they are increasing the float, which means they diluting the stock. The higher the float is, guys, the more volume you need to force a squeeze. Now the float is 105 million. We will see that also here in the volume profile, so keep that in mind. Canopy Growth is diluting the stock, not too much, but still diluting the stock, and dilution is not in favor for a squeeze. So when we check the indicators here, we see the dilution also here in the chart. You can see how the volume is increasing here, the red volume. This is in my opinion based on delusion, and we know that as I said before, we are still trading here at a very significant price range, which was in favor here for a squeeze. Is there more downside potential, guys? Yes, unfortunately it is, but as I said, when we enable now the drawings, everything here, the price range the price range in favor for a squeeze is $3.84. I think I maybe said 48 or 45. This is not true. $3.84, guys. This green line here in the chart, this is also the price level which I already had here in my chart for the squeeze. I never change or adjust my charts. This is the price we have to conquer if we want to keep on here the bullish pattern. The good thing is, guys, or let's first talk about the bad thing. The bad thing is the market makers broke the price down, or maybe the delusion brought the price down below that level. You can see we have here something like a dragonfly candle here, decision candle. Then the market makers came in again, the bearish market makers. We have our retest once. Here we retested already $3.84, once got rejected, then the next day again a retest rejected, and now the market makers want to keep the price again below $3.84. So this is the make it or break it squeeze price range here, or price level, which is in favor for a squeeze. When we're trading below that, it could be a very how to say that, delicious dip. We say here oishi in Japan, oishi dip, or we come back then here in this price level. So keep that in mind. There is potential for a downside. The blue box here is the landing zone between $3.18 and $2.77, but for now it still looks that the bulls are trying to break $3.84, which could lead of course into a squeeze. We have here some price information in the chart which are in favor for a squeeze, and also when we zoom out here one more time and rewatch the structure here, how these squeezes are building up for Canopy Growth. And when I talk about the squeeze, guys, here, then at least I want to see a price action from 100% or more. And when we see the low which we had here, the all-time low was here in July 2023, $3.48. That was the lowest points back in that days. And you can see that we had here a 456% squeeze. Then again, guys, sell off even with a new all-time low, but the squeeze reaction was more or less the same, 445%. So very similar. So we know that here is something like a squeeze trigger range for Canopy Growth. And as I said, as long as they don't dilute the stock. So before we go on here with the game plan, the trading game plan, if you don't want to trade Canopy Growth, guys, this is here not financial advice. This is my opinion based on the chart. If you think this is not the right ticker for you, I have here a lot of short squeeze stocks in my pocket. I release every week new short squeeze content here, guys. And the most popular stocks which I have are my so-called hot stocks. So I release those videos every week on Sunday. And when I release a hot stock video, that means in this video you will find tickers with very high squeeze potential. There is no guarantee. You can see here some of the member feedbacks, but I always try to predict your short squeezes. So when I release this video, I expect those tickers to squeeze in the very few next trading days, guys. And we had 2 squeezes last week. So 14th of November, we had this squeeze here from 122%. That was one of my Patreon swing trade alerts. I call them like swing trade alerts, also screenshots for stocks which have high squeeze potential here. They are only available on Patreon. And here one of my hot stocks also last week squeezed 173%. So as I said, it is possible to predict short squeezes here. If you want to learn trading, guys, and if you want to see those secret short squeeze stocks, then I can invite you here to join our trading community. We're growing here every day, guys, and the most popular membership which I have is the Patreon full package membership. You can see all the member benefits here. I added here a brand new member FAQ section on Patreon available right now. And yeah, if you want to join in, guys, we're growing every day. It doesn't matter if you are a beginner or some advanced trader, everybody is welcome. If you click the link here, the info icon here, the button in the corner, then you get access to the Patreon member link, guys. So let's go back now here to Canopy Growth. In my opinion, guys, yeah, I just give you here my honest opinion. It's not to hype you up, not to create FOMO. We have to be careful with the delusion, no doubt about that. When they continue to dilute the stock even more, it is possible that this price level here will break, yeah, the $3.84, the green line, that we cannot conquer this line back, and that we just drop down back in this liquidity zone or even lower. It is possible. That could mean we see a potential price drop based from the price today of 15% to 26%. The closer we get here to this price range, the more potential or more likely a squeeze could happen. As I said, I have to repeat that, if they don't dilute the stock. So this is the game plan here. I'm waiting here for some pain. Why? Because we have here a very, very good RSI situation, but in the 4 hours chart, we can see that we have here something like an algo pattern on the RSI. You can see that here, guys. This is the algo pattern. I will extend that right now a little bit. And I think there is some more room to go to the downside before we finally break out. But the good news is the breakout can happen. Yeah, don't has to, but it looks for me like the breakout will happen here somewhere in the beginning of December, maybe already here end of November. That depends on the price action, but don't be surprised if you see here a massive price drop, yeah, of 15 or 20%. This is a shakeout by the market makers, in my opinion. As I said, if there is no more delusion, because they want to get the lowest possible price, so something here in the $3 range, $3.20 to $3. Maybe we don't create a new all-time low, but even if we create a new all-time low, this ticker has still very high potential to squeeze. Yeah, the price levels to the upside, guys, are clear. Nothing changed here. So let's wait for TradingView. Zack, zack, zack. So we have some open gaps here in the chart. $5.15, $6.12, and one of the main resistance or also make it or break it price levels is $6.37. So in my opinion, everything between $5.15 and $6.37 should be absolute possible for Canopy Growth. And this is not a short squeeze, guys. A short squeeze or a bigger squeeze will happen when we break $6.37. The good news is that based on the actual price today, this is already here a potential price increasement of 60 to almost 70%, guys. Yeah, this is not a squeeze. This is just an algo reaction to close the open gaps. If we can squeeze over $8.34, that could lead into a much bigger squeeze. We have here also an upgoing trend channel pattern here, and everything over this trend channel pattern here is of course just for a very short period of time before the market makers step in. But the squeeze price range is even possible here back to $12 or $13 here for Canopy Growth in the future, and that would bring us here again a few 240%, almost 300% squeeze, in my opinion, is possible based on today's price. If we go back down here in the liquidity zone, then even a 400% squeeze should be possible here. And you can see that Canopy Growth is capable of doing that, guys. We have this pattern here already, but I keep you updated here. As soon as we break these price levels, of course, I will do an update video for you guys. Yeah, that was my update on Canopy Growth. If you want to copy the price levels here from my chart, guys, I repeat again, $3.84, most important make it or break it price level here. Everything above that in favor for the bulls, below that in favor for the bears. Price goals without a short squeeze In my opinion, everything between $5.15 and $6.37, and when we break $8.34 with volume, guys, and when we close here above this level, that could lead into a big squeeze here for Canopy Growth. If you want to copy the price levels, this is everything based on TradingView, what you see here. I use that program for all my trades and all my videos, guys, and if you want to learn trading, I can highly recommend that program. So that's the reason why I can give you here also a discount link. I am not sponsored by TradingView, but you can use here my discount link, guys. When you click also here the info icon, you get access to this $15 discount link. I recommend the premium tier for TradingView. This is good for beginners and advanced traders, guys, and I also use that in all my videos. Yeah, being that said, guys, I wish you great success with Canopy Growth. Thank you for watching. If you like this content here, if this video was helpful for you, and if you don't want to miss any updates, please hit the like and subscribe button right now. I would really appreciate that. I wish you great success and thank you for your time. See you in the next video. Arigato gozaimasu. Vielen Dank. Alles Gute mit Canopy Growth. Viel Erfolg und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.